Hello, soccer fans. Randy McKee here with Soccer 605 in Coach's Corner. I'm here with a very, very happy Coach Jason Bartels with the South Dakota United Legacy U16 girls. Congratulations, Coach, on a big historic win today.
Yeah, it was exciting, I tell you.
You know, we've been talking about these girls, setting some historical standards, and just thinking about this, you're the first South Dakota coach that's ever won at a national tournament before. How's that feel?
It's I don't know that it's settled in yet. It's exciting. It's exciting just to be here and coaching.
So tell us a little bit about the game.
A typical big tournament to start. I think the girls started out real nervous. I kind of had a game plan going into the game as far as my subbing goes and that type of thing, but we were just really flat. We couldn't put passes together, and as they settled in, they just kind of took control of the game, and at halftime we just kept getting stronger and stronger, having more possession, and they were breaking some of the habits, and like I said, settling in, and at half it was 0-0. I didn't have a worry that that I had to stray away from my game plan at all. I just let them come in at halftime, and of course they know what they're doing wrong, and so they're talking about it. I let them get that out of their system, and said, okay, your girls know what you're doing wrong. So how do we fix it? What do we do? What do we got to do to fix it? And so I gave them those pointers and started out the second half, and about 15 minutes into the second half, I started subbing out some of my defense, which hadn't had a rest in the first half. So I knew that was going to soften us up, but Virginia didn't have much of an offense that I really had to worry about. They had two girls that were fast. Everything had to go to them, and we just kind of shut them down. So.
Well, that's great. That old saying always goes, offense wins games and defense wins championships. And I think in the last two tournaments, that's really has hung very true for your team.
Yes, it has. Like I said, it wasn't the fact that we got soft or anything like that as I was making those subs. It was just got out of our comfort zone. It wasn't the normal personnel in their normal positions, but just for a little 4 or 5 minute break to get a drink of water and rest the legs a little bit. The girls did great. They really did. And then as that second half progressed, I did stray away from my game plan a little bit. I moved Brooke Swoboda up to a striker position with Riley. They're real good friends, and I was just hoping that they'd be able to connect with the friendship and chemistry that they have off the field. And I tell you what, it was a move I won't regret. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We were talking about that on the website this morning. This is Brooke's second very, very late goal to move the team on. And, with Riley closely, I don't think I've ever seen a girl who can whip in a cross like that girl can.
Well, and it was a laser. It was on the ground, but had pace. Basically, all Brooke had to do was meet it, and she was behind the goalie and defenders. She had beat the defenders, and she just directed it right into the goal. It was just a great soccer play. It was the whole build-up. I would say when I kind of settled in and knew that those were the changes that I was going to hold till the end of the game. The whole build-up was okay. We can't attack here. Let's move it around and try it from the other side. And when that didn't work, we moved it around again. I mean, we just really held the ball well in the later part of the game, and they just waited for that opening. And as soon as Riley got the ball, I hollered, go to goal with it. And her first touch was a great touch towards near post, and she ran onto the ball, had the defenders beat, and defender was coming close, and she knew it. And like I said, she just sent a laser across the front of the goal and past the keeper, and Brooke was there to direct it in. It was just a great play all the way around.
Just a kind of one. Hopefully, he has some video of it so people can see it over and over again.
Yep. I do know we have still pictures of it for sure, but I'm not sure if any of the parents bought the film. They're filming all the games, and so hopefully one of the parents said, yeah, we're going to go buy that one. So
yeah, they'll let you in. Well, how'd the rest of the girls play? I mean, we talked about these two, but you've got a lot of good midfielders and defenders, and probably the best girls keeper in the state. Did Smither have to make any big saves for you today?
She had to work a little bit today. It wasn't anything too huge. She had to beat a couple of breakaways. You know, they laid a big touch in or sent a ball in, and she'd have to come out for it. There was a couple that got a little a lot of nerve, got a little nervous inside, but if Maggie wasn't there, the defense was there to get the ball cleared. So. You know, again, just real good, solid performance out of Maggie as a keeper, and directing traffic back there, and just a solid game for her. Katie Gillette, my sweeper, she absolutely held down the fort. You know, if the outside defenders were beat, then she was there to clean up that mess, and Hannah Loos played top of the D for me, the messer, and she did a real great job of if Bailey or Carly moved forward with the ball or with the play, she'd fall in and cover. Then I had Hallie Cole and Morgan Lucky in the midfield, and I tell you what, they held down the center of the park great. Kaylee Williams, we didn't have her in Kansas City, but we had her down here in Florida, and she just really was a big help for relieving Morgan and Hallie in the middle, and even Hannah a little bit at the top of the D. So you know, every one of the 16 girls I got down here played their hearts out for this game, and I hope they continue that with tomorrow's game. But we just absolutely didn't fall off when I subbed. Everybody you know, held their own. So as far as a stellar performance, all 16 girls was a stellar performance. So.
Yeah, I see you not only have Williams back, but Abby Pearson has come back off her earlier spring concussion layoff.
Yep. You know, she played up in Fargo last weekend, and she had three goals for the Brookings team up in Fargo. So, you know, I was a little nervous that she might have a little apprehension of getting in dog fights, that type of thing. But I tell you what, she was right in there. Her touches still need to come around. She's a little rusty that way, but again, you know, when she went in, you know, she didn't see as much time as some of the other girls, that type of thing. But when she did go in, she was working hard and holding her own. So.
Yeah, she's never been one of those players that's afraid to pull the trigger either.
Yeah. We just couldn't really get the ball to her at the right opportunity for her to shine that way. But she had a couple good through balls and balls out to the corners for the wings to run onto, that type of thing. So, you know, right now we're just a well-rounded team. Our speed of play was excellent. Like I said earlier, we just kind of commanded the game by being patient and holding on to the ball. Of course, you know, like any South Dakota team, our first touch is usually horrible, but the second half we really cleaned that up, because that was definitely one of the things we complained about at halftime. So
yeah, well, tomorrow you have the team from Houston, Albion Hurricane, and you know, they tied Rush Swoosh today. You know, it looks like it's going to be another very competitive match.
Yep. You know, I guess one thing I'm hoping for is that these other teams are saying, "Oh, this team's from South Dakota. We'll be able to walk over them." And you know what? At the end of the first day, we're the only team that's got 3 points in the standings. So it's going to be a tough match. We're not going to take it lightly. The girls are having a little bit of enjoyment time, but early to bed and early to rise. You know, one thing about our early schedule is we don't have to worry about the heat so much. The girls kind of figured out, hey, it's not a whole lot different than playing at home. So, so that's a good thing for us, because that was one thing that they were all worried about, was how hot it was going to be, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Coach, we'll be keeping a close eye on tomorrow morning's match. We got a couple spies out there on the sideline sending us texts so we can keep up to speed on what's going on, and we sure look forward to talking with you tomorrow after the game. Best of luck to you and your team, and hopefully you'll set a little more history tomorrow.
I sure hope so. Thanks a lot, Randy.